and welcome to the Landlord Tenant Show and other stuff. Ugh. So, today's topic will be about payment assistance from the government. And so I know Miss Arendi, she deals with a lot with investors and things of that nature. And so we're going to kind of go into that and probably talk about, policies and procedures to some extent uh, regarding how, kind of how things go, the protocols that surround payments that, investors are looking for in their time when it's in the government time, if we understand what I'm saying. So, if you ever figure that out, we haven't figured it out, but it is what it is. So anyway, you want to take it away, Randy?
Sure. Sometimes you have tenants that receive government funding. And this is to my landlords and tenants. Unfortunately, those programs are helping hundreds of people.
Probably thousands. Yeah.
Probably thousands. And at any given time, an agent can have 50 or more cases on her desk at one time.
That's a lot.
And without notice, it takes way longer than what they tell the tenant. They may tell the tenant and the landlord, 2 weeks. No. 2 months.
2 months to get money?
Sometimes longer. And unfortunately, it puts the tenants in a sticky situation.
Yeah.
It does, but they also send out like a promise to pay notice. And the government feel like once they send out that promise to pay notice, that the landlord's supposed to just be like, hey, okay, they said they gonna pay, we're gonna wait on them to pay.
They turtle with that.
Yeah, because 2 months is a long time to be waiting on first month in security deposit. You done been in my house 2 months and I don't have a dime. That's huge. So, although it's a great program, as a property manager, I wouldn't suggest it.
Wow.
If you can pay yourself, you need to. Because the government will have you out here. Because nothing is saying, hey, I'm just going to start the eviction process because I have no idea. These agents, their mailboxes be full. They don't return phone calls. When they do, it's like a week later, 2 weeks later. You like, what the heck is going on? And by that time, it's not on their desk. It's on somebody else's desk. Now you got to go through the stuff with this person. And now it ain't on their stuff. And it's on their desk. And they waiting on the log and this and that. And meanwhile, your investor is freaking out, going crazy. And you just left with the mic in your hand like, who this belongs to? I don't know who's supposed to be speaking on this thing. Because you don't say what you had to say. They say, we waiting.
Yeah,
but then you get a daily text, email, WhatsApp, and it's like, no check yet. If it was a check, I would have told you.
Yeah, I think you would.
You would have got
an immediate response. Oh, there's a check. Leave me alone.
What makes it hard for me is that now I have to be like, we're not accepting that, Mr. Wayne Metro, because a lot of investors don't have it like that where they can wait. Like some investors are well seasoned where they have money stored up to they like, okay, I'll wait for that 4 or 5,000. I'll wait for that 2,000. And some investors is like, hey, I got a mortgage to pay. I need that 2,000. I just had to pay the mortgage myself. Where that 2,000 at?
Yeah.
And being a property manager, I don't like people hounding me.
Who would?
I don't like it. Whether it's dealing with business or anything, I don't like people hounding me. But you're gonna get hounded when the money is not available. They're gonna be like, where the money at? Where the bag at? It's about to be another month. The tenant know they gotta pay next month. Yes, the tenant know they gotta pay next month. They know.
Yeah, I find that to be problematic. Like, is there a way to even try to? I guess there's no way to kind of, I don't know, expedite, the payment processing system. Like, how does that even work?
Lakita.
Come on now. You if you're having all these issues, there's got to be a way to expedite, because the thing like that's the whole point
people
of
don't
doing
care
the business.
because it's
You're right.
not their household. And when you talk to them like you don't care, it's like, oh, I do care. No, you don't. Because in the beginning, the first girl went on vacation and was like, well, when you go on vacation, nobody takes your caseload. What you should have did is took care of that business before you went on vacation. That's what you should have did. Because you had this girl and her children depending on this service. Okay? And you felt like, oh, so they in now. You know what I'm saying? Now let the games begin. Meanwhile, you playing with somebody's livelihood because she has a month to month. He can definitely evict her.
Wow.
Like, sucks to be you.
Yeah, that's problematic.
It's very problematic.
So I don't know. I don't even know how to respond to that, because I guess in my mind, my thing is, if I'm an investor and I'm sitting here waiting for somebody to government program to send me the monies needed in order to move this tenant in, but yet they done move the tenant in because I got this paper that say, hey, we received it, you'll be getting your payment in a couple of weeks, and then those 2 weeks pass and I have nothing because I'm still waiting on money. Yet this tenant is still living in my property, kind of rent free to some extent, because I don't have any recourse.
No recourse.
So I'm trying to understand. Okay, so what are we doing? How am I supposed to rectify my situation with a tenant who you said they're good to move in because you're sending me money that I have not yet gotten? Who does that? And my thing is, at this point, it makes people not believe in the system. So now, to me, I find that to be kind of, I don't know. It's like a game. I don't like games. If I don't want to play that game, stop bringing me the games. You know what I'm saying? So why are you trying to play with the money? And so here's the thing. You got this government money sitting there, grant money, that's waiting to be paid out. But yet they're taking their time paying it out. Who's playing the game? If the government already gave you the money to subsidize anybody's money, subsidize their payments, to give them first month's rent, last month's rent, deposit, however that they doing it, why are you holding the money? The money is there. Give it up. What are we waiting on? Like, for real, what are we waiting on? What kind of business is that? And it's irritating. And I feel like sometimes people who work for the government feel like they should take their little slow behind times. And don't get me wrong, if you're understaffed, that's fine. Get you some subcontract these people out. Go to Kelly Services, a staffing agency, find somebody who can do the work and process it so it can be done. So if you've already approved them, then all of a sudden, all you need is a person to process it. Okay, can we get this checked out or whatever the case may be? They ain't got to necessarily get the money, but as long as they're processing the payments, what is the problem? Get that mail out, get that money out, so those investors can have what they need. So I'm a little, yeah, I don't like games. I don't like games, and I feel you on people who decide they want to go on vacation, and I get you want to, go on vacation, but finish your work. What are we doing? Like I said, if you need to go to the staffing agency and get you some people just to come on in, get you a group in to go ahead, type up the payments and whatnot. What are we doing? Get those people their money, so the tenants that you decided to place in there will get out. I mean, I'm not get out, but they won't get put out. You know what I'm saying? So what? Help me. It's not making sense to me. Not at all. No. It's not making sense to me at all.
It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense at all. Like, okay, y'all got a boatload of government money.
Why are you holding it? It ain't yours. Give it up.
Everybody want to drop the ball and put it in the next person's lap.
But what you mad for? Apply. My thing is, if you
can't.
Oh, it's a conflict of interest.
No, when you work for the government, you can't get government funding.
Okay, that sucks. Mm-hmm. Better do a GoFundMe account or something. I mean, I don't understand. But why are you holding the money? Get these people their money. Just stop playing those games for real. And in that,
now you got the tenant scared, like, oh Lord, they're gonna put me out.
Right, and that's unnecessary stress. I swear, I feel like people like to put you in undue stress.
Now, here's the thing: the whole purpose of you helping this tenant is so that they're not stressed out or homeless.
Yeah, make that make sense.
Yet you put them in a homeless situation.
A potentially homeless situation because you're not paying the investors or whoever the owners are. What are we talking about? Ugh. It's irritating. I don't like those type of games. Stop holding the money.
And then what happens is landlords start saying, oh no, we're not accepting that. You with who? Oh no.
And then that's when they still holding that money. So my thing is, if they're holding that money to that degree, what happens on the funds that aren't being used? Mm-hmm.
They have to send them back.
I'm sure, but that looks stupid on them because at that point, there's no telling if you only use this much amount of money. Say they were given, and I'm just giving a number. They gave 10 million, but you only used 5. Oh, well, you don't need 10 million next time. We're just going to give you 5.
And that's what happens. And that's how people will end up not getting help that they need. Because it goes so bad.
Stop holding the money, dummies.
Like, okay, I'm the agent. I put it in, and then I sent it to Lakita. And Lakita's supposed to send it to Jasmine. And then Jasmine's supposed to send it to Taylor. And Taylor's supposed to cut the check.
Can we cut some of them people out?
That's what needs to be done.
Okay, because I feel like what you just said just made me tired.
But that's how it's done.
It just made me tired.
Because by the time I'm getting through the agent, she like, well, I did the paperwork and sent it to this person. Now I'm on the phone with this person.
So you got to go through 12 different people.
Girl.
In order to get something done?
Meanwhile, the investor like, give me their number. Okay.
Not saying it's going to happen any faster. Landlords, investors. You can't
call them.
I mean, what you gonna name drop? I mean, I'm confused how that's supposed to work.
You can call them. Call them. Go ahead.
Yeah, make that work. But in all of that though, please, investors, landlords, and even tenants, show some respect. Have some patience in this process if it's gonna be a minute. And I don't know.
But that's the thing. Be honest about these programs. Let a person know this is a 2-month commitment at minimum. And give them the option to say, I'm going to rock with her for 2 months. Or, I can't wait that long. I'm sorry. But don't make a person commit to something that they didn't think they was committing to.
They had no knowledge of.
Because a lot of landlords have mortgages on their homes. And being an investor, the house is supposed to take care of itself. I mean, I don't know nobody to say, I'm finna go get another bill just for people to live in it. But I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah.
I think that's called a shelter.
Yeah.
That's called a shelter.
If they ain't paying. That means I'm no longer a for-profit. I'm a non-profit
organization.
Where are my grants? You still got to cut a check. How does that even work? Alrighty then. This was kind of short today.
That's okay. Short and sweet. That's like me.
I can't today. Oh goodness.
That's
trying to get me all choked up.
That's what they see.
You know
like,
what?
she's an animal.
You're gonna be all right. Yeah, so we kind of got straight to the point today.
Yeah, but in policies and procedures, people, listen. It's not personal. It's business. And if you need to show documentation of DTE and your water bill commitment before you move into a property, make sure you got that handled before you go and get a U-Haul. Don't get a U-Haul until that is taken care of, because you won't be getting keys. Don't get a U-Haul and you don't have keys. I'm not getting a U-Haul and I ain't got no keys in my hand. I'm gonna need my keys so I can put them on my finger right here and be like, I'm on my way to U-Haul because we about to move. But don't be like, yeah, I'm gonna go get the U-Haul. You got your commitment letter? I did it, but they ain't send me nothing.
How'd that work?
Ma'am, I'm not gonna play y'all. You're right, you're not. Because you're not gonna move in until you have your commitment letters. Both of them. DTE and the water bill. So many times landlords have got scammed. We always talk about tenants getting scammed. But let's talk about the landlords getting scammed by tenants. See, the landlord have to have the lights and gas on before you move in. And you need to have them switched in your name before you move in. Not move in, live, I'ma do it, I'ma take care of it. Why he all acting like that? Da-da-da-da-da. Ma'am, it is nobody's responsibility to take care of you and your family but yours. That's it. That's all. That's my TED Talk.
She said my TED Talk. But why would you think otherwise? Why would you think that that's supposed to be your responsibility?
Because things that people call small, oh, you tripping on that? You would be tripping too.
I think people don't understand business.
You would be tripping too. You would be like,
yeah, if they
the
had
landlord still got my lights and gas in their name, and somebody living there. you would be tripping. You would be like, I need that cut off now, today.
Right, exactly.
I'm not about to be paying nobody light and gas bill. I don't even know them people. How about who them people? How about who them people?
You know I can't laugh. I'm gonna choke. I'm already over here choking.
But pay your rent.
All day, pay your rent.
Pay it in advance.
Ooh, it's coming up too. The end of this week is the 30th, so the 1st is on next Sunday.
Pay your rent in advance.
It's coming up.
It's nothing like having a great rapport with your landlord, because when it come down to selling his house,
He may offer to you.
definitely might offer it to you first. Like,
And I don't know why we say he or she.
Yeah, see,
He or she.
the landlord or the landlady
You know what?
may consider you first. Like Miss Johnson pay all of her bills on time. She keeps the grass cut. She keeps the snow shoveled. She take care of the property.
Mm-hmm.
She don't call me with all this craziness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because a lot of things you guys do to the properties yourself. And then you want the landlord to come rescue you.
Yeah, fix it.
When I gave you the toilet, it didn't have orange peels in it.
Orange peels?
Yeah. You let little Johnny shove orange peels down the toilet, flush it, and now it's stopped up and you're mad at me because I'm not sending somebody out there and the water is raising.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
You're pouring grease down the drain, as I asked you not to pour grease down the drain, and now it's stopped up and you can't do what you need to do, and you're mad at me.
Yeah.
Yet once I send the plumber out there, they gonna tell me the truth, and they gonna take pictures, and the pictures are gonna show grease.
Nasty.
Girl, we went to one house and they had the little wrappers.
Wrappers from what?
From the
Not the tampons.
from the panty liners.
The panty liners.
Now how that
How they in the toilet?
you dropped it in there, you just flushed
You
it?
don't have a garbage
So you just
thing like
flushed it.
right there.
It was that, noodles,
Noodles.
eggshells.
Eggshells in the toilet?
The toilet is not a garbage disposal.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
No matter what video that they show you about certain toilets that can swallow up them little plastic balls that the kids have or whatnot, because I've seen that type of display of it. Yeah, you're not supposed to be just flushing any old thing down the toilet.
It has to get to the drain.
Yeah.
And when they get down there, the drain is only going to accept so much before it starts stopping up.
Yeah.
And when the plumber come out, bingo,
They're gonna
all of that is coming out.
Yeah.
And the plumber is going to take pictures and send it to the landlord.
And then it'll be your bill.
And then it's your bill.
Because if I was a landlord, why would I pay for your mistake?
The drain
Why would I pay
wasn't messed
for-
up when you got here.
Right. Because it was fine before you got there. Then all of a sudden now you mess up like
They just
that.
do. I mean, I don't know.
You're doing the most.
Girl,
You
people
doing
are
it.
savages when they come down to these houses.
But my thing is, it's not that difficult to not pour grease down the drain. It's not that difficult to take the panty liner.
Stop thinking
Oh,
because you're using hot water,
yeah. That is supposed to,
help the grease. It looked like it's helping it right then and there,
but it's not.
but it's not, because once it get down the drain, it's cold. And so many times of that, it's going to keep closing up with grease until it's like that. And then you're going to say, oh, it won't go down.
Yeah, don't do it.
And all that stuff that you use, like, oh, I put some Drano down there.
Yes,
I did
it's
that.
gonna make it worse. As a matter of fact, one of these rolled the pipes.
Yeah, after a while.
Yeah, it's actually worse on your pipes than need be. That's why you got to be careful with that stuff. Yeah.
So go on to call Roto Rooter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And get that drain snaked out.
Do they still do $99 draining?
No.
Oh.
They say it, but it's not for like the floor drain.
Oh.
It would be like a sink drain, toilet drain, to
Not the big drain.
That's almost $200 all day long.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't had that problem, so that's why I'm asking.
Good for you, Lakita.
Gold star.
Lakita puts stuff where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can learn from her.
Really? Anyway. Rita? Rita?
I'm done.
Oh, I just want to make sure before I go ahead and
No, go right here.
close it out. Anyway, we thank you for tuning in. And you know what? From now on, make sure you subscribe, like, share to our channel. I know we're kind of still, I don't know. I wouldn't call us amateurs anymore. I don't know if you can call us gurus yet. But I think we're getting better. Considering. So, with that being stated, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And like I said, if you have any ideas, even if you want to be on the show,
come on. We need a landlord.
we need a landlord, a tenant, If you can do if you want to do any of that, and you can share your stories, or you can write in, text me your story, and then you can, I've shared other people's stories that tell me stuff. And one thing, I always say, there's only that side that I'm sharing. So if I haven't gotten both sides, that doesn't mean I believe it. It's just their story to tell. So, because your perspective is your perspective, not saying it's honest and true, but it's your truth from that perspective. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what actually happened. Mm-hmm. Let me just put that out there. So, with that being said, you can call us at 947-234-4633. That's 947-234-4633. We thank you for tuning in, and you guys have a fantabulous and amazing, productive week as we still deal with our coughs. Because I'm telling you, it's something else up in here in Michigan. But anyway, thank you guys. We appreciate you. Bye. It's crazy.